Hey, 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 good people, Miss Sunshine here. I'm here today bringing you a whole bunch of love, light, and sunshine as we are going through this beautiful day. Um, as always, I hope this message, I know this message is going to reach who it needs to reach when it needs to reach you. And I want to talk today a little bit about different seasons require different steps. Yep. Hear the baby crying. Yeah. Woo wee. Have you crying here. But seriously, different seasons require different steps, and you must ask yourself which season you're in. Okay? Um, we have a growing season versus a gathering season. Even, in our world of farming or whatever, and you got to know the difference. Because in your growing season, that kind of requires you to be quiet. Shut the fuck up. Just shut up. And in your gathering season, that requires a little bit more from you. You're harvesting, you're reaping, and then you're able to come out, I must say. I talk about both of them a little bit real quick, and, it's really interesting, because knowing both of these seasons, it allows you to know where you're at, and it allows you to know which steps you need to take. Seriously. Because if you're in your growing season and you're supposed to be learning and planting the seeds and getting the information and just observing, and you're out here, in the middle of everything, or vice versa, it's not gonna align with what you're supposed to be doing, so it's gonna cause more friction. So let's get into this. In your growing season, a lot of times I'll say that could be in your when you're in the wilderness, you're learning, information is coming to you. You're learning about yourself. You're growing. You know what I'm saying? That time is now. You don't have to speak on a whole lot of things. When you are in that growing season, that's what we have been in. We have been doing the shadow work. We have been growing into who we are. We have been not even creating our boundaries. We've been holding true to our boundaries. We've been trying to practice more self-love and more awareness, using our discernment. We're learning all of these things. We're unraveling. We're pruning. We're doing all that. All these previous messages that I've had, these are the things that, we have been doing in what I would call that growing season. Okay? In your gathering season, that's when you're harvesting, you're reaping everything you put into this. It could be years. It's no time frame. So I'm gonna put that out there. It's no time frame for how long you'll be in your growing season, and then how long that takes to get to your gathering season. Because I'm not a biblical scholar or nothing like that, but folks like Moses, David, Esther, they had their growing season. They didn't understand. Like, we don't understand a lot of the things that we go through in our growing season. Even our growing season could be the lessons we learned 20 years ago are now making sense, why we had to go through that, how it taught us humility. You know what I'm saying? How it taught us a level of discernment, how it taught us what we were aligned with and what we weren't aligned with. All these different things that you would say it was the devil or it was bad luck or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? You're realizing at this point, you know, that it was part of your growing season. Well, at least I am. I don't know if anyone else is, but I am. And being out in the wilderness in this growing season, being isolated, almost like in hermit mode. The whole growing season wasn't, but toward the end of your growing season, when you're in that void, you are leading up to your gathering season. Well, you don't know it, but now you do. And if you're at this point, and the ones this will resonate with, you'll understand what I'm saying. Even relationships, it's taught you so much. It's taught you about yourself. Those heartbreaks, if you were able to allow yourself to still stay open when these things were transpiring, or the lessons from them, like not close your heart off. Somebody broke your heart. Oh, I'm never gonna love again. If you were able to still have hope in it, or you know what I'm saying, and not turn bitter behind it, you are now seeing what that relationship has taught you about yourself, about your journey, about your path, about what you're aligned with. And then, you know what I'm saying, in this season, it's also taught you where you were abandoning yourself, where more self-love was needed, which would allow more boundaries, the right boundaries to go up so you can move forward in these seasons, okay? And I've been saying we've been in this void or whatever, but now a lot of us, we're moving into our gathering season. I talked about, that caterpillar, you know what I'm saying, in that cocoon turned into the butterfly. That's what it is with us now. Those seeds we planted that were in the dark that we couldn't see, and we still don't have the final destination, but we know we're being shown you can see the seeds that you've planted, and it's coming toward us. Now we can come out of hermit mode, now coming from the void where we had to be shielded so we could align with who we really are and get back to who we really are. It's time to start reaping, the things that we've put into this. And we just had the summer solstice, so a lot of us are feeling lighter within our bodies. A lot of us have purged a lot out of the way, and you may not know what's coming, but you know for sure that it's on its way. And staying aligned, you know what I'm saying, with yourself, and still growing, staying present, and just, while still knowing that you don't know, never felt so good. Those that resonate with me and you know it. But here's the one thing, and we've learned a whole lot of stuff through this growing season. Now, as we're coming to the gathering season where we're, going out to harvest our crops, everything we put in is coming back tenfold. You can see the fruits of your labor. Whereas before you're like, why I got to go through that? Why do I have to go through that? Now you're starting to see, ding, it's making sense. So for me, challenges now are like, cool, yeah, bring it. Cause it's on such a different level now. It's learning, understanding, and and because of my true purpose, I know it's for a reason. Like, for real. But as you're coming out of this hermit mode, as you're coming out of this void, as you're really feeling lighter, like right now, you got to be careful because we coming out excited. You know what I'm saying? We be asking for clarity and we be getting it, and you know what I'm saying? Now we're starting to see this is real. This is not fake. This is real. And if we've learned nothing else, God could be working on something today that you're going to see in 20 years. Just like 20 years ago, shoot, he could have been working on something then, and now 20 years later, you like, see, that was that growing period. You didn't realize that test was sent there to you. That situation was sent there to you so it can either build something in you, teach you something, unlock something in you. There's a lot of variables. I'm not going to say all the things it could do, because if I miss one, somebody like, well, no, we're not going to do that, but you understand what I'm saying. So everything now in life makes sense. So it's more important even now that you can't go back and act like you don't know. So some of the things that are happening are truly designed. Just truly designed. And sometimes you have to realize it's not the enemy like sending the shit to you. It's God moving the situation. He moving it in a certain way so that can happen. And you may not realize it then, but it's divinely guided. It's some divinity in it. Heartache could look like hurt, but be divinity. He might not, okay, I'm going to be clear. He might not have sent it to you, but he's always working within it, okay? So, I'm going to say that, okay? I'm going to say that. But while you're coming out, you're real excited about a whole lot of stuff. But now is the time for discernment. Because, you know what I'm saying? What's yours is already yours. You've reached that level to where you are aligned with it. And it's time to harvest. You're excited. But you got to be careful now. You got to be careful. Because you still don't know the end. You don't know the end. You still surrender to all this. So you got to be careful who you venting to. You got to be careful who you telling them dreams and aspirations to. Because sometimes we block what's for us by leaking information to the wrong people. Like, for real. Sometimes God is like, shh, be quiet. Sit on this. I'm working it for you, but shh, you ain't got to convince nobody. You don't have to tell nobody. But we excited and because we're human. That's what we do. I've even done it, and I've had to be stopped. Stop in your tracks. That ain't what a shh. Some plans ain't for everybody. Okay, and the energy will let you know, like, who you supposed to be out here, divulging information to, giving that access to. And I had to learn, I can't vent to everybody. I can't tell everybody stuff, because you got to realize what is a vent. vents lead off to other rooms. You wondering how your information, you know what I'm saying? How your haters know what's going on. Because you know what I'm saying? You venting. A vent, you got the central system. I heard a pastor say, you got that central system, right? Yeah. But it leads off to other rooms, to cool other rooms. So when you venting, just know when you venting, you know, somebody may look like they interested and they all in and they supportive or whatever. But, ooh, that's confirmation, but I'm going to get it out. There are really certain people out there that listen to you but don't really care. Motorcycle, yeah. Well, there are. Everybody that listens to you don't care. Some people are listening to you for information. So you leaking your energy. You leaking your information. And just like there's people out for your good, there are some people out there that not for your good. So, you know what I'm saying? Your blessing has been blocked by somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Because you leaking your energy and you wondering how, you know, everybody, yeah. So, discernment is everything. Like, for real, as you're coming out. Because what's for you is already for you. You feel me? You will be shown, like, energy will tell. You know, you'll know. You already know. If you've gotten to this point right now, you already know. And at this point right now, if you do start, you know what I'm saying, leaking and venting or whatever the case may be, oh man, I'm a true believer. Spirit will always stop you on your tracks. Spirit will make it known, like, okay, whatever. And it, like I said, and in this season, you're going to lose a couple people. Everybody can't go. You feel what I'm saying? And we so busy holding on that we're blocking where we're supposed to be. Like, for real. I ain't chasing nothing that decide to walk out and leave. Because if God removed it, if it was removed, spirit, whoever, however you want to, the universe, if it was removed, it was for a reason. Like, for real. It wasn't in alignment. And you have to be honest enough and adult enough. It might not have been in alignment on that level. You feel me? In that capacity. Yep. And I mean, and that's cool. That's real cool. But as we're coming out into this harvest season, bruh, step into it. Like, for real. And I came just to let you know today, just step into that. Step into it. Because all this has been in all my previous messages, you know what I'm saying? But now, you know, this is really about our harvest season. The harvest season is going to be everything. You know what I'm saying? Sit back and know that what is yours is yours. You've worked hard for it. You've put in this work. Them late night cries that you know what I'm saying, still standing in your faith. Even slipping. It's okay to slip and it's okay not to be perfect. We're not supposed to be all that. But if you know, you know. You already know. It's not that fake faith. You know what I'm saying? It's them long nights. It's even nights, oh man, why me? I can't do this anymore. Those L's you took. You feel me? You had wins as well. But you already know. Everything has been for a reason. And we are now there. Some of us are leading up to that point, but I feel as a collective, there are so many of us there. And it could be scary, but at this point, The fear isn't the same, okay? Because now it's the knowing. Now it's the confirmations you have been getting. Now it's the upgrades you have been getting. Now the downloads have been integrated, and now it's time to step into who you are. And that's why I'm gonna tell you today, step into who you are. This is your confirmation. Step into who you are. It's the gathering season. You've planted those seeds, you've watered your garden, you've kept them weeds out. A couple of them weeds got through, but for the most part, now your harvest is here. Now you're going to reap and you're going to see, and you've been seeing these confirmations coming through little by little. And the internal changes you've been going through and making that you couldn't see externally, they're going, and slowly but surely they're coming to the external, and you're starting to see it, which is making you more committed to your faith. And you can't explain it to anybody because they might not be able to understand it, but I understand it and I get it, and I'm here to tell you, yes, you're getting those confirmations. You're a walking billboard of blessings on miracles, or he kept me. He brought me. He holds me. You know what I'm saying? And however you look at it, whether the universe, spirit, God, it's all leading back to the same dang thing. Tomato. It's leading back to the same thing. He is I and I am he. We can have all these different sayings. We can go back and forth. But okay, we're united in love. So anyway, I'm gonna make a couple shorts or whatever the case may be, because I need to pull a couple cards, do a couple readings, and I'm gonna do it off of my Divine Codes Oracle. You know, Leah Showman. You know what I'm saying? This is a beautiful deck, and it's rooted in love. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I am. You know, hey, you know, I this is what I am, and there are a couple of words I need to really get out to the collective. You know, I always said my channel wouldn't be just all reading cards, and you know me. And if you're getting to know me, I can say I'm not, but who knows where spirit is going to lead me, or what spirit is going to lead me to do. So, check out, you know, a couple of the shorts that I start, you know, putting out there, you know, just getting a feel of the collective, seeing the energy in the air, pulling a couple cards, you know, because it be dead on. Energy is everything. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? If it resonates, it does. If it don't, leave it alone, leave it alone, leave it alone. But if you know, you really know. But anyway, I'm going to leave this by saying, yeah, we're coming out of this void. We still don't know the final destination, but that's okay. You know, once you take that first step out on faith, that's when it starts appearing to you. But you're getting these signs, these synchronicities, just like you still getting them little bitty tests to see if you still rooted in your faith. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean you ain't gonna want to, you know, somebody or something. I get it. It happens. But, you know, divine intervention, something comes and brings you right back, and you like, oh, ooh, close, but running from it. Anyway, oh guys, I love you. That was intense. But you know what I'm saying? You're no longer in that season where you're growing. You've learned these lessons. You've grown, and you're still going to grow. You're not at your capacity of growing, but what you need to know at this point, you're there. Oh man, you're there, and you're walking through that door. You know what I'm saying? You're walking now. It's okay. Like, it's summertime. I'm outside. That's what it's feeling like. You know what I'm saying? It's feeling like, you know how they say hot girl summer, you know, it's a hot spiritual summer. You feel me? You are like It's time to bust out. It's time to let that inner be shown on that outer. Don't be scared. We're out here. Some people aren't going to understand it. That's fine. They're not meant to. It's cool. It's cool. But a lot more people are going to understand it. And that's why I'm here, because y'all do. So if nobody has told you today they love you, man, I love you. And you, man, I love you. We are one. We are one in this thing. I love you with my whole heart. Like, for real, for real. Like, you matter. Okay? You do. Ooh. You are deserving to be heard and understood and loved and cherished. That is your right. I had to let that energy sink in, y'all, because that's some serious shit. Somebody need to hear that. Man, you loved. I see you. Like, for real, I see you. And it's okay. But y'all, I'm going to leave y'all with, oh my gosh, a bunch of love, a bunch of light, and a bunch of sunshine today. And until we speak again, y'all, be safe.